What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. You're watching Damien After Dark, where we'll be recapping the season finale of Young and Reckless, Season 2. How did you enjoy the season? I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on Season 2, on the Season 2 finale. Get in the comment section and leave me all your thoughts, okay? I want to hear who your MVP was, who was your favorite cast member this season, who was your least favorite cast member, what was your favorite episode, what was your favorite fight, what do you hope to see next season, what do you hope not to see next season. Go ahead, get in the comment section, and if you have not subscribed to the channel before, click the subscribe button right below this video, as well as the thumbs up button. Like the video by clicking the thumbs up button. That helps me get into the YouTube algorithm, and I appreciate each and every one of you that do that every time. Okay, I see you and I'm acknowledging you. Those of you that like the video, every time you literally as soon as the video come on, y'all be clicking like, and I appreciate it. I see it and I love you for it. Okay. Next, and last but not least, if you would like to join the Damien After Dark movement and help us grow and sustain this channel, in the description box below will be some ways that you can donate. All right. Thank you guys so much. You're not obligated to donate. It's for those that want to be gracious and do so. That's it. All right. So let's begin. First of all, my tongue is blue. I'm drinking an ocean water from Sonic. I don't know, and I don't even like promoting brands. I don't like promoting places unless I genuinely love it or they're paying me. Sonic is not paying me. Holler at me, Sonic. But that's why my tongue is blue today. I love their ocean waters. And one of y'all said in the last videos, oh, my stomach just growled. One of y'all said in the last videos, one thing Damien's going to do, one thing Damien's going to always do is he's going to drink. He's going to take a sip of something. And I promise it's not intentional. I'm not trying to annoy y'all. Like I've said before, for some reason, when I talk a lot, and in my real life, I don't talk a lot like this. Like, I'm just chill. I'm not talking to a lot of people. So when I get up here behind the microphone and I'm talking for an hour nonstop, my mouth gets so dry. On top of that, I smoke weed like a freight train. So I get cotton mouth all the time. Speaking of weed, if I seem a little slow today, just smoked a blunt before I came live. Maybe I should, I just smoked before I got on camera. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, but your boy really needed that, okay? And I have not been to sleep today. I've been up all night. I've been up since yesterday at 6 p.m. So, and it's currently 2:58 p.m. the next day. But guess what? We rolling. We doing this. This is the season finale of Young and Reckless. 9 episodes. I'm not mad at it. I don't like a super drawn out season. 9 episodes. Okay, cool. The Ferrari takes the girls out to the club. You know, she wants to take them out, get the girls out a little bit, wants them to have a little fun. We see that Diamond the Body is there. Diamond the Body from Baddies Caribbean, from Baddies Midwest. Also a former Now That's TV girl. Which makes me think, was this season filmed as Baddies was airing? Makes me think this season was filmed as Baddies was airing, because all the girls knew who Diamond the Body was. Unless it's because she was on Now That's TV. I don't know. Now, Ferrari's like, you know, they're in the club and Ferrari says, they got my song playing back to back, rich hoe shit, lame's not allowed, you might need a life. I'm just like, Ferrari, girl, how many times do we have to hear it? I'm so tired of hearing that song. Can you come up with something else, baby? And the song is not bad. I like the song. It's a little bop, but you've ran it into the ground to where every time I hear it, I just want to gag. Like, please, please, baby, we tired, okay? We real tired, literally. Now, while they're in the club, Sav brings up the point that nobody in the club really wants to be around Ivory while they are there. Rightfully so, right? Sav says, she's concerned that Ivory might take a few shots, and then all of a sudden she wants to start snatching wigs off and hitting bitches and stuff like that. And I completely understand the concern. Listen, Ivory reminds me of a wild animal that need a rabies shot, okay? She's unhinged like a loose cannon. Just go off. We'll hit a random stranger just because she's mad. And who the hell want to be around somebody like that? Why do I want to be in the club trying to chill when I can't even let my guard down and chill without having to worry about some banshee running up on me? You feel me? Um, we see Kai. Kai is in the corner of the club, sulking on her phone. She says she's got a lot of stuff going on, which I figured. I said something had to be going on with Kai because she's a completely different person than she was last season. And then we learned later on in the episode that she lost her father, I think, while they were filming, or she had to go, or they had the funeral while they were filming, something like that. And that kind of made more sense to me, even though she said that her father was never really present in her life. Or what did she say? Her father really never showed up for her, was never really there for her. However, that doesn't take away from the fact that she loved her father, and she's allowed to grieve that loss, and she's allowed to have those feelings, right? Um, Now, Ferrari is all over Ivory. Heffa is all over Ivory. The girls are all over Ivory. They're drunk. They're doing their thing. And Ferrari says, quote, I really love a real life gangsta, stud, fat neck, dyke bitch. Like, that's my type. I mean, she was just looking real fat neckish that night. Bitch, I hollered. I hollered when I watched it. I'm like, oh my God, not the fat neck. Oh God, Ferrari, they're gonna come after you for that one. She said it, not me, y'all. I'm just giving you the quote. Quote, I really love a real life gangsta, stud, fat neck, dyke bitch. Like, that's my type. I mean, she was just looking real fat neckish like that night. Okay, Ferrari. She's all over Ivory, and Ivory says in her confessional that the only reason that Ferrari's doing this is because she's trying to show out because Heffa was doing it first. And I'm like, I guess all the girls want Ivory, right? I guess all, because Heffa and Ferrari are both very pretty girls, and then they all over Ivory. So it's like, and then, but Ivory, you said that in your confessional. Oh, she's all over you showing out. But when she was doing it, you was kick in the scene. You was kiki ha ha, smiling, loving every minute of it. So which one is it? Now And I'll be like, what do these girls see in Ivory? You know what I mean? And it be all these pretty girls like Heffa and Ferrari. They be on her. They be getting turned on by her and shit. And I'm like, it's almost like kind of like, I guess like a gay, kind of like with gay men too, and some straight men. Some straight men will let a really feminine man or a really masculine man mess around with them on the low. Um, but then you've got those straight girls who will do gay shit when they drinking or when they think it's cute, you know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Or maybe Heffa and God damn it, I can't even remember these girls' names. Ferrari, sorry. Maybe Heffa and Ferrari are bisexual. Oops, I need my charger, y'all. 1 second. Oop, there it is. Oops, there it is. Now they get back to the club. They get back from the club, right? And production tells all the girls that they need their phone. That they need to confiscate their phones, right? Because apparently, I guess the girls can have their phones. Unlike BGC, on BGC, Bad Girls Club, you couldn't have your phone, period. Now, apparently on Baddies, apparently on Now That's TV, is you're allowed to have your phone, like kind of when you go out during the day and stuff. But when they get home and it's lockdown and everybody's going to their rooms, they take their phones from them. Maybe for safety reasons, I don't know. Maybe so somebody can't say, "Hey, bitch, pull up right here and meet me at the window, and I'm gonna help you get up in the window." Excuse me. I don't know what that whole issue is. However, Melanie Fox is not having it. Melanie Fox is not giving her phone up. She said, "Bitch, I got a motherfucking jail call, ho. I got a jail call, and I'm not giving my motherfucking phone up. I'm grown, okay? I'm grown, and I'm not doing it." I'm just like, no, Mel. Like, I get both sides of it, because here's the thing. I feel like if they're going to take their phones, production should at least have like a house phone in the house. Kind of like how they did on Bad Girls Club. You know how on Bad Girls Club they had a phone that everybody shared so you could make your house calls, whatever. There should be a phone that production has in the house that is monitored, that they can hear, that way anything funny being planned, any shady business that may be going on these phone calls could be heard or monitored. And also it could be recorded for the show so we could air anything that we hear. That's just part of being on the show, right? So I think that's what they should have done with the phone situation, because Mel was not having it. She's packing her bags. She said, "I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm just not ready for TV. I'm just not ready for TV." She's obviously drunk as fuck. We can tell at this moment. She's on one. Now, the next morning rolls around. I guess after she went to bed and they calmed her down and let her have her phone, whatever. The next morning rolls around. And you would think that Mel is, refreshed. She's ready to start a new morning. She's chill. But no. Oh no, baby. Mel is on 10. Mel is screaming. Mel has got veins busting out her forehead. She looked like she was ready to drag a bitch all the way down South Beach and back. Okay? Because apparently she woke up with pee on her. She woke up with pee on her, and she realized that one of these rinky dinky assholes done pissed on her. Oh, I'd be furious too. I don't blame her. The reaction she had would be the same reaction I had. I would be praying and repenting to God and asking Him, "Please, Lord, if I do something, please forgive me. Please don't send me to prison if I end up putting this whole 6 feet on." Like, there's just some stuff you do not do. And throwing bodily fluids like pee on people is just, and let me say something. Spitting isn't one thing. That's disgusting too. It's almost just as disgusting as peeing. But to me, peeing is like a step above. That's just, because like Legacy was saying, a lot of people don't drink water, right? A lot of people don't drink water, therefore their pee is dark brown, stinky, full of toxins. And I know y'all may think, "Oh, Damien, you want to talk up here with your Sonic." But if you watch most of my videos, baby, you will see a bottle of water or a white Stanley looking thermos type cup that's full of water. But every now and then I just gotta have me like that little, every now and then you gotta have like that carbonation, that that little bit of burn. That's what I needed. Ocean water, extra coconut. So Mel's furious. She says she's about to KILL these bitches. And I'm just thinking, who could do this? The fact that someone could do this is disgusting, right? Mel says that she told Legacy for her to feel her bra. She's like, Legacy, I want you to feel my bra. It's damp. And Legacy felt her bra, and she was like, maybe that's something, maybe that's juice, maybe that's liquor, maybe you spilled something on you. And Mel was like, no, that's pee. She's like, I know I'm not crazy. I know that this is pee on my bra. So she says, then Legacy decides to pick up Mel's robe, and she notices that Mel's robe is wet, and they smell it, and Legacy says, oh, bitch, this is definitely pee. Somebody done pissed on you, bitch. Somebody done pissed on you. Mel is going off. She's running through this house damn near butt naked with her titties out, bitch. She is running through there with a rampage. She's ready to knock anybody's head off. The first person she sees, she want to knock their head straight off. I don't blame her one bit. She's screaming, over 10K? You bitches want a DIE over 10K? So I'm assuming, because she's talking to Ivory, because at the end of the day, Ivory was the culprit and the one that was found guilty in this situation. So I'm assuming Ivory made 10K to come act a fool for 4 days on this show. And Mel saying, like, you really did this for $10,000? Like, really? So yeah, at this point they know it's Ivory. They're screaming for Ivory. Mel is screaming for Ivory. Get your ass down these fucking stairs, bitch. Get out here right now, bitch. Come down these stairs, ho. Whole time Ivory upstairs in the bed like it. Knocked the fuck out. I'm just like, think about it, y'all. Could you imagine you're asleep and somebody goes and pisses in a cup and throws their piss on you? Is that not a crime? I feel like that should be a crime. I feel and I'm not no police calling ass bitch like Sav was this episode, but bitches throwing your bodily fluids on somebody like not a like what kind of nasty skank ass bottom of the barrel dirty coochie pussy pissy pussy ass bitch does some grimy cockroach bottom of the barrel, bottom of the shoe toilet behavior like that? Who does that? Only Ivory. Only Ivory, you funky ass trick. I hope Zeus Network knows what kind of broad they done hired. It's going to be very interesting to see how Baddies Midwest plays out, having a trollop on the cast like Ivory that will literally piss on other human beings. Very disturbing. Very disturbing. Now, producers go into Ivory's bedroom and wake her up after, Mel's been yelling for an hour for this bitch to get downstairs. And, they wake Ivory up and they're like, almost like they were waking their teenage daughter up to get ready for school, but except they were like, Ivory, Ivory, what did you do? They were like, Ivory, what did you do? Ivory says, I didn't do anything. They say, yes, you did. Stand on it, Ivory. You did something. Stand on it. What did you do? She says, this bitch has the nerve to say, I pee-peed. Y'all, really? I pee-peed. Girl, if you don't get your big overgrown tail out this bed and take this ass whooping right now, ooh, I'd be 49 hot. Do you hear me? If I was male, I would have been done trampled over I would have been done climbed security guards and walked over these. But I would have climbed the staircase. Y'all know how they had that big windy staircase? I would have went up the side of the staircase and climbed that bitch like Spider-Man hoe until I got to her. P. Ivory ends up admitting to it, saying that she peed in a cup and she threw it on Mel. And production tells her, we have to send you home for the night, which by the end of the episode, she was still there. I was confused by, because in my opinion, she should have immediately packed her bags and been escorted out and sent home at that very moment. There should have been no lingering around. But let's face it, they want to keep Ivory around because they probably paid her the most, the $10,000, to be there, to have her come in and shake the shit up like she did. She definitely shook the shit up. So I feel like they're keeping her there as long as they can, because at the end of the day, Ivory should have been gone. Right after that, gone. Gone, gone. Gone. And another thing I didn't like, now that's TV, I didn't like how y'all did Mel this episode. I don't like how y'all were holding Mel back downstairs while Ivory was upstairs sleeping. Mel said it took damn near 2 hours for them to bring Ivory downstairs. Y'all held Mel back all this time, would not let her go up in there, but yet again, y'all let this whole Ivory run up in the bathroom on Legacy while Legacy was doing her hair. Run up behind this girl. Mind you, Legacy is half the size of Ivory. And you'll let her run up in there and attack this girl. So, where is the favoritism coming from? I'm just confused. Like, I see why these girls be getting mad at production and talking to them like trash sometimes, because y'all know a lot of the times I defend the production when I see these girls talking to them crazy. But when you're put in an environment like this and you feel like you're being set up, in certain instances I could see why you would lash out at the producers. Because it's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, how y'all let this bitch do this to me? How am I supposed to? Y'all are supposed to ensure my safety when I lay my head down at night. And I'm laying my head down at night and bitches are coming in my room and throwing bodily fluids on me. Are you asking for a lawsuit, bitch? Just saying. And even one of the girls, I think it was Legacy. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Even one of the girls said that every night when everyone goes to sleep, they have security in the hallways 24/7 to ensure that nothing like this happens. So again, what happened? Why was security not there? Why did security not stop Ivory when she attacked Legacy? Seems like something might be going on here that we're not seeing. And you see, Ivory's the kind of girl you got to watch out for, okay? We've already seen her on camera talk about she wants to get people drunk to fight them. That right there is scary in itself. Anybody that wants to get somebody vulnerable in order to harm them, stay very, very, very far back. She's the type of girl that wants to take advantage of you, and she literally threw piss on someone. And then she tries to defend it by saying she threw the piss because liquor got thrown on her. Like, are you that dumb, baby girl? Like, I know you look slow, but are you as slow on the inside as you look? Because you look like you missing a few chromosomes for real. So, are you slow? Do you draw a check? What is happening? Because how are you going to compare liquor being thrown on you to piss being thrown on you, ho? Like, what the hell? And then I am so disappointed in the twins. Because just as y'all know, from the beginning when we've been recapping this show, I was rooting on the twins because they were from my home area, right? No, I don't know if they were necessarily from Huntsville, where I'm from, but we share the same area code, 256, which I found out they were from Gadsden, Alabama. So when I found out about them, I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to rock with the twins. And I ended up liking the twins throughout the season. But it comes to find out that the twins ain't nothing but a little bunch of thing one, thing two, Humpty Dumpty, bebopping ass bitches. I be goddamned. I hate to say it, twins. I hate to say it. But y'all Y'all twins are what we like to call Alabama trash. Okay? That's what y'all are. The fact that you participated in this very disturbing and disgusting act against your fellow cast member is truly saddening. It really is, because I was rooting you on, and Ivory actually made it clear in her confessional that she made the twins record it. She said, I made them record it, they did it, and they laughed while they did it. Yeah, the twins have a totally different story, right? And it's like, so thing one and thing two, y'all were literally pawns in her game. All just because you wanted to be liked by Ivory, the same way Nug wanted to be liked by Ivory, the same way a lot of these girls that have come on this show that have watched Ivory time and time again wanted to be buddy buddy with Ivory. I truly believe Renee wanted to be buddy buddy with Ivory at first, because she talked about watching Ivory on TV quite a lot, but it just didn't work out that way, and they ended up becoming enemies. But yeah, y'all were literally pawns in her game just to be liked by her. Wrong team, wrong road, twins. And y'all are going to watch this back and feel so stupid. Y'all hoes want to be liked so bad. And then the twins are just sitting there while, all this is going on, like a deer in the headlights. At one point, Ferrari even asked them, do y'all have anything to do with this? And they were like, no, no. And they said in their confessional that they didn't want to admit to it because they weren't going home. Because whoever participated in this was going home. And I think they should have. You should have gone home. No, stand in it. Y'all young and reckless, ain't you? Y'all claim to be young and reckless and real. Y'all from Bama. Stand in your motherfucking shit and say, yeah, I did it. And then take your ass the fuck home. It's the last episode anyway. And to me, this would have been a perfect. And y'all know I don't agree with jumping, but this would have been a situation I feel like being jumped would have been warranted. If Legacy and Mel would have jumped on her and stomped her ass, I feel like it would have been warranted, because what you did was some low, disgusting, gutter butt trash mentality. That's what that was. Okay, like, you violated me in my sleep. That makes it even worse. Not only did you put urine on me, you violated me in my sleep when I had no idea what was going on. Now, Ivory versus Mel. They finally bring Ivory downstairs so her and Mel can fight. And baby, I was here for every thump, because those girls were motherfucking thumping, okay? Those girls were thumping. They were both getting it in, but I was cheering on my girl Mel Fox. I was cheering on my girl Mel Fox. And what's crazy is last season I was rooting for Ivory when they were both in the house together. I was Team Ivory. And now I'm Team Mel this season. It's like completely swapped. But I was just wanting Mel to beat every last drop of piss out of that hoe. Okay? I wanted her to. And then after they scrapped, you can tell really who won based off of Ivory's lip, because Ivory had ketchup on her lip, and we don't see that too much when it comes to fights with Ivory, but it looked like Mel might have got the best of her. Am I being biased? What do y'all think? Who took that? In your opinion, I want to hear from you, so make sure you join the comments. Who took that fight between Mel Fox and Ivory? Are you Team Mel? Or are you Team Ivory? Put it in the comments. Hashtag Team Mel. Hashtag Team Ivory, okay? My girl Mel was standing on motherfucking business, bitch. She was pissed. And here's how you also know Ivory lost, because she walked off when security was moving her away, and she was so pissed that she was spitting at them. She was spitting. Like, if you won, baby, and it was no problem, you would have walked off and said, "Haha, bitch, I got you." But you was spitting because you were so mad that they were taunting you. Mel and Legacy were taunting her, saying, "Haha, that's why you're got ketchup on your mouth, bitch. Haha, that's why you're BLEEDING, bitch." And it pissed Ivory off because she knows she lost that round. She lost that round. And then like first piss, now you want to spit out BLOOD? Really? Where's your home training, sis? God damn. Now, Legacy being the good friend that Legacy is, she's upset at what happened to Mel. And not only do I think she's upset at what happened to Mel, I also think she's sort of reeling after what happened to her in the bathroom when she was getting ready and Ivory came in and snuck her and bum rushed her. So, Legacy, after seeing this fight between Mel and Ivory, she's ready to get in and get her ones. Legacy's like, I want to fight this bitch for my friend. I want to fight this bitch for the shit she's done to me. And I don't blame her. I don't blame her because she was also in the room as well. But the same idea, I'm like, oh God, Legacy. Like, I respect her for standing up to her, but I'm like, how did you think that you was going to win that? How did you think that you was going to win that? The only person that really stands a fair chance against Ivory is Mel. That's why I think everyone enjoys them fighting. That's why I think they were both on last season and this season. But Legacy versus Ivory, baby. Ivory was beating her ass like a drunk, abusive baby daddy. Okay? She was beating her ass, alright? Now, Ferrari goes and approaches Ivory, and Ferrari tells Ivory, like, what the fuck? Piss? Really? Like, bro, you gotta go. And Ivory's like, where was this energy for these other girls that treated me the same way, that was doing me the same way? And I'm like, who has treated you any kind of way that you've treated them? Who has come in and bullied bitches and pulled their wigs off? And who has come in and not only pulled their wigs off, but threw bitches' wigs in the ocean? Who has turned on their friends and snuck them out of nowhere? Who has thrown piss, bodily fluids on other cast members? That is you, sweetheart. None of these other girls did. You were like a dark, toxic cloud. Like, it's one thing to bring drama, but it's another thing to just be sick and twisted and sadistic and weird. Like, how do you equate alcohol and piss? That's how you know she's a dense, slow hoe. Okay? Because she literally thinks the two are the same. And to be honest, that's how some people in real life, outside of this TV shit, end up 6 feet under. Because you go out here and you do that to some real life crazy motherfucker, you put piss on them, they would literally like black out, see red, lose their mind, and probably off with your head. For real, like, come on now. Now, Nug and her thirsty ass, we're going to start calling her Big Mac. Big Mac Nug, you know, after, I guess since Ivory was fighting with Mel, I guess since Ivory was fighting with Mel, Nug's dick got hard, and she's like, oh God, I want to fight now. I want to fight. I want to fight. I want to show Ivory what I've got. I want to impress Ivory so much. Let me show her what I've got since she's fighting. So Nug goes upstairs, and all of a sudden she wants to fight Renee. For what fucking reason? Who knows? It's like, girl, get a grip. Get some dick. Do something. Like, you are another definition of a big fucking bully that's never going to get anywhere in life with that sort of attitude. You don't know who you are because you want to be Ivory so fucking bad. And she's upstairs trying to orchestrate this fight with Renee, and Renee's like, I'm not fighting you. I don't want to fight. And I respect that with Renee, because some would say, oh, she's a pussy, but it's like, why fight this girl? What's the issue? Why are we fighting? Because there's a camera right here and Ivory's over there and you want to show out? No, ma'am. Like, I really feel like the only reason that that Nug wants to fight Renee is because Ivory was just fighting with what's her face? Mel. And like I told y'all, energy transfers. Energy transfers. And Renee even said, Once y'all start throwing piss and shit and food and stuff, bro, I'm out. And I'm like, yes, I like Renee a lot more the second half of the season than I did the first half of the season because she really came in on some bougie, I'm better than you shit. But now I really like her a lot. I feel like she was humbled a lot when Ivory and Nug and all them kind of banded together. I feel like she had no choice but to get on the side of Mel and Sav and the rest of them. And I believe it humbled her a little bit. And she's been a lot more enjoyable to watch. She's let her guard down a little bit. Um, And speaking of Nug and Ivory, Nug wanting to be like Ivory, Sav literally clocked the same thing I said. I love it too. Sav clocked it and she said, Nug, you just want to be like Ivory. And I'm like, y'all, I swear to God, I had that same thought and I made that note before Sav even said that. We were literally thinking the exact same thing. Like, I wrote that in my notes before Sav even said it. It's so obvious that Nug wants to be Ivory that it's sad. Nug, you look like a catfish in the face. Please sit down. Oh, and when Sav told her that, you just want to be like Ivory, it set her off. It set her off. She said, before Ivory came in this house, I was running my shit. What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? Before Ivory came in this house, I was running my shit. Bro. Girl, bye. You wasn't running shit with them motherfucking flappy lips. Them cocksuckers. Them Ivory clit lickers. You was not running shit. Shut the fuck up. Now, Ferrari decides to clock the twins on lying about being involved with the video. Because the twins apparently recorded the video and you can hear the twins in the background laughing, according to Ferrari. Now, the twins in their confessional, they admit to it. They're laughing about it. They're kikiing about it. They say, we were just trying to be production. Ha ha ha. We need production shirts. We were just trying to be production. No, what y'all was trying to do was y'all was trying to be messy. And you was trying to impress Ivory like the rest of these hoes try to impress Ivory. And third, y'all don't get paid to be production. So lay your ass down. Okay? When it's time to lay down. Now, the twins, they start going back and forth, flip-flopping with their answers, spiraling at one point, talking about, we told Ivory not to do it. We told her not to do it, yet they decided to do it anyway. Yeah, y'all are trying to walk it back now because you're caught, you're busted, and you're about to go back home to Alabama, and you have to leave that big, beautiful mansion in Miami, and you're probably depressed and pissed, and I'd be depressed and pissed too. And, it's the way they're trying to get themselves out of it, talking about we didn't want her to do it, we told her not to do it, we felt bad, we wouldn't never do no type of shit like that. That's almost like you driving to take somebody to rob a bank and then you telling the police, well, I didn't know they were gonna do it, I didn't want them to do it, I didn't have no bad intention. You think they're gonna give a fuck? Bitch, you going to jail. Hell no, you going to jail, ho. So yeah. And then at one point, one of them even said, what'd you want us to do? I wasn't going to take the piss out of nobody's hand. But you had a phone in your hand and you recorded it. You said you couldn't take the piss out of her hand, but you had no problem putting that phone up and recording. Miss me with that. Y'all got to get better with lying. Now, Ferrari ends up bringing the girls, the twins, in front of everybody, in front of the group, and have them explain what happened, how they threw this piss, how they recorded this and whatnot. And they try to throw Nug and Heffa under the bus. Talking about Nug and Heffa were in the room and they came and woke me up and they were like yada 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 yada. And Nug and Heffa were like, don't try to put us in it. We came and woke y'all up twerking and that was it. And then from there, the P video came later. Heffa says that she came into the room told the girls, twerked on them and said, get up, get up, get up. And then Ivory proceeded to say that she wanted to go into Mel's room and stand over her and pee on her. Now, after the twins try to implicate Nug and Heffa into this whole situation, Nug and Heffa say that the twins were actually the ones who encouraged the whole peeing on Mel. Not only did they encourage it, come to find out these hoes come up with the idea. Come to find out these hoes said, oh, it would be funny if y'all pissed or shit on one of these bitches or something like that. Y'all bitches are so disgusting. And I'm sorry, y'all. I don't mean to be calling females bitches, but if you've been watching my show for a while, y'all know that that's a term of endearment for us. I'm a bitch, you a bitch, we all bitches. We just call each other bitches around here, okay? But these hoes came up with the idea. At the same time, y'all talking about we wouldn't do nothing like that. We didn't want her to do nothing like that. But y'all came up with the idea and then recorded it. Y'all some grimy, trifling assholes. And I wouldn't want to hang out with no bitches like y'all. And even Mel and Legacy said they were so disappointed because they said that those two were the coolest ones. The coolest fucking ones that they were hanging out with. And then how they flipped like that. And that's how I felt watching the show. The whole episode, I was rooting for them, being from Bama, being their twins. I'm like, okay, these girls seem cool. I feel like I could kick it with them. But then it always be hoes like this that you feel like you can trust that could be cool. They're always gonna do some weird shiesty shit. Like, it's a wrap. No, y'all twins, the twins need to run it with Mel. And we were robbed of that in the finale, okay? I know there's probably gonna be a reunion coming in 6 months. Hopefully it airs next week or the week after. But the twins should have had to run their fades with Mel Fox. And Mel Fox should have beat the brakes off of each one of them. Hell, she could have fought them both and she would have been alright. We were robbed of that scene. Like, why did y'all not show us that production? I guess they were waiting for the reunion for that. And meanwhile, the twins are in a bedroom guarded by security, spiraling, crying. I said that shit was nasty. What the fuck? I said it was gross. I'm the one who said it was gross. Just trying to justify what they did by claiming that they tried to stop it and all that. It's like bullshit. You hoes snickered and laughed. Now y'all got caught and you feel like a big dummy. You're gonna look stupid on TV like you look stupid on TV now. And yeah. And then the twins are gonna get mad at Ferrari. Because Ferrari addressed it in front of the group and they're talking about, oh, Ferrari, you messy. And it's like, oh, it's all fun and games until you're in the hot seat. What did you ladies expect? Welcome to reality TV. Did you really think that you was going to come on a television show and orchestrate someone being pissed on and it not be displayed? And it not air? Oh, how naive of you ladies. You really are from Alabama. How naive of you. Oh, and also, another lie I caught the twins in. One of the twins told Ferrari that if you watch the video, because Ferrari kept telling the twins, I can hear y'all laughing in the background. And one of the twins said, well, if you really watch the video, you can hear me in the background saying, no, don't do that. No, don't do that. Why would you be holding a phone and videoing something saying, no, don't do that. No, don't do. Just so many lies and bullshit. Ain't nobody buying it, but ain't nobody buying this. And then they wanted to put on this whole boohoo performance. This whole, oh my God, we go through this shit at home, bruh. We go through this shit at home, bro. We fight every day, bruh. Like, we fight fucking real ass men, bruh. Like, girl, save it. The only men y'all be fighting is them dust bunny ass baby daddies and boyfriends that you got. Because we know you girls work at the script club. That's the only men y'all be fighting is them no good, trashy ass men throwing y'all a few dollars to pop some pussy each and every night. Stop acting like you out here fighting men in the streets because you some thug gangster this and that. I know how these streets around here are. There are no gangs really around here in North Alabama. But try again, boo-boo. 'Cause I did my research on y'all. Y'all from Gadsden. Y'all worked at a strip club in Gadsden that's now being shut down. Now, Ivory and Ferrari are in the room and they're speaking a little bit, and Ivory expresses her frustration with Ferrari because she thinks that Ferrari has not spoken up enough against some of the things that these girls have done to her. Okay. And she says in her confessional, Ivory says in her confessional, Ferrari gonna have to take her fade for that. And I was just like, oh shit, Ferrari's about to get hit. And if you watched and paid attention earlier in the episode, when Ivory says she's getting sent home, she says, I'm going out with a bang. And that bang was attacking Ferrari because I don't think Ivory's ever really liked Ferrari. I think she's just tried to bond with her because she's the host and she thought she was cute and might be able to eat her pussy one day. But deep down, Ivory probably look at Ferrari like I do. She a culture vulture and she's a weird little T-Rex arms. I don't even think Ferrari really know who she is. Um, so, Ivory tells Ferrari, you're scared. You're scary. You're a scary ass bitch. And Ferrari says, scared of who? I ain't scared of no fucking body. So Ferrari turns around. She leaves. She walks out this way. And when she walks out this way, Ivory goes around this way. Bitch runs up on her, clocks her. Runs up on that ass, clocks that ass, sneaks her. Ferrari falls into the bathtub because they're in the bathroom. Ferrari falls. It literally looked like some domestic violence shit. It looked like a boyfriend that was beating up on his girlfriend. Okay, for real. Because she had her in the bathtub and was kicking her face against the bathtub. I'm just like, oh my god. Now Ferrari goes to approach Ivory about this. And Ivory tells, get out of my face. She keeps telling her to get out of her face before she backhands Ferrari. Get out of my face, Ferrari. I'm about to backhand you. You got 5 seconds. I'm fixing to backhand you. And then Kai gonna speak up. Kai's in the background watching, like, if I was you, Ferrari, I would leave Ferrari. She gonna really hit you, Ferrari. And Ferrari's like, girl, shut the fuck up. Like, be quiet, Kai. Ain't nobody talking to you. And Kai's like, I just don't want her to get beat up on her own show. But I respect Ferrari for standing up to Ivory, not backing down, not walking away. Like even though Ivory did attack her, I respect her for standing in it. Like, bitch, I'm not afraid of you. You want to hit me, do it. And when you do hit me, I'm gonna hit you back. Like, because I had a feeling that Ivory was about to beat her little ass because I've never seen Ferrari fight before and she's so little bitty. I'm like, oh my god, this girl's about to beat her ass. But the way Ferrari did that duck, I was impressed because Ivory went like this and backhanded, and baby Ferrari said, whew. Okay, it was so quick. She ducked that motherfucking swing so quick, and then Ivory turns around and starts punching her and attacking her, and it was just like, oh my god. Thankfully security split them up quick enough, but Ferrari started spiraling there at the end, y'all. We saw it, right? She was losing her mind. I wouldn't have let them see me like that if I was you, Ferrari. The crying, the screaming, the throwing shit to get the fuck out of here. I think Ferrari was so embarrassed because this is her second season and she's never really had to fight on her show. She's never really had anybody try to punk her like that before. So I think she was embarrassed and pissed off that this is how the show was going to end. Now, lo and behold, after all this fighting, Ferrari's got a black eye now. Let's go to the club. Ferrari wants to take the girls to the club. Now, in the Sprinter van is when we learned about Kai's father passing away, which made more sense as to why she's been the way she's been this season, because Ferrari's like, when y'all was sitting here with a black eye, Ferrari's like, when we get to the club, I want y'all to have more energy. I feel like nobody's had energy. And someone mentioned Kai not having energy, and she was like, my daddy just DIED'd, bitch. Sorry, I'm not over here being catty. The fuck? I'm like, ooh, okay, okay, okay. I guess let's give her a little bit of grace. I don't know what that's like to lose a parent, and I don't want to deal with that. I lost my brother, and I know how hard that was for me. So, trying to give Kai her grace, right? Now we end up seeing a fight between Sav and Nug that eventually started on the bus, but it went from the bus to outside, right? Um, and I feel like Nug started this shit with Sav just have a reason to fight her. To be honest, there really was no reason for her to be fighting Sav, but Sav had said something in the Sprinter van about Ferrari deserving to get her eye blackened, and Nug spoke up and said something about it, which that's what created their whole issue, right? So when they get off the bus, they're going to some field to do an activity. Right, how stupid. But anyway, when they get off the Sprinter van to go to this activity, bitch, Doug runs up on motherfucking Salvo and Molly whops that ass. Nug Molly whops that ass. And not only did Nug Molly whop that ass, it turned into Heffa jumping on Renee. Because Renee was trying to pull Nug off of Sav. So Nug's trying to pull, or Renee's trying to pull Nug off of Sav. Heffa runs up behind Renee and clocks her. It was just a lot going on. And my thing is, Nug, why don't you pick on somebody who's as broad and stout and big boned as you? You always wanting to fight these little girls like Sierra and Kai. Go fight Ivory. That's why you wanted to be friends with Ivory and join her. Because if you can't beat them, join them. I'm tired of these hoes picking on girls that are so much tinier than them that you know that really don't fight. Sierra really don't fight. Kai really don't fight. I mean, not Kai. Sav really don't fight. Why are you picking on these girls like that? Like, it's always the petite girls. But she fucked her up, though. I ain't gonna lie. But if I was fighting someone who was half my size, I would be able to fuck them up and plummet them too. So it's not like she did anything big, but I can't believe I ended up liking Renee so much, especially this episode too. The last few episodes, I really grew to like Renee, and I know a lot of the viewers here, a lot of y'all said that, Damien, you give Renee so much hell, and I did give Renee a lot of hell at first. I'm gonna admit that, and I stand in that because I did not like her stank, holier than now, I'm rich, bougie attitude at first, but I felt like she humbled herself a lot when she got that wig snatched off and thrown into the ocean and had to walk around like Miss Potato Head for a few days. So I like Renee. Renee, we fucks with you over here. Now after Sav gets jumped on by Nug and Heffa and all these others, she's pissed and she walks off set and she says she's calling the police. And Heffa's like, the police? What, bitch? Don't you call the police? Oh my God. You know, Heffa's shocked. They don't understand why she called the police. They said, don't you know what you signed up for? And I'm on their side with that because I like you, Sav. I really do. But obviously, you're too much of a pretty girl, like a girly girl, bougie, you know, Chanel, get my nails done type of girl to be on Now That's TV. You need to go on over to something else because this is not the show for you if you're going to have to call the police. Because, bitch, that's one thing I don't play with. I do not play with, unless somebody is like literally losing their life or I see someone being kidnapped. I'm not getting involved with the police because half the time you call the police, you go to jail. They turn it around on you and you go to jail. So I'm on their side with that, and I didn't agree with that. And it's like, bitch, you don't ever know who got a warrant. I might have a warrant, ho, and you calling the police up in this bit. Hell no. Next thing you know, they want to see everybody's license. Shit. Now, they claim We see a disclaimer that says that they shut down production after this because of the fights and the police being called, which we see the Fort Lauderdale police show up to the house, which is where I just left from. Shout out to Fort Lauderdale, my home. So yeah, Fort Lauderdale police show up and they pretty much shut the show down in 4 days. This show was filmed in 4 days because I heard one of the girls say like we was only here for 4 days. Apparently the show was supposed to film like a week or more, but since the police was called, since the front window is busted, that's probably gonna cost a pretty penny. Did y'all notice that? Where Milan busted that front door, that I'm sure she didn't get her check. Yeah. Yeah. And did y'all notice, before we wrap this video up, the girls were doing their exit messages at the very end. And as they're leaving, some random girl named Kayana. Do y'all know Kayana? Because I don't remember Kayana from episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. But Kayana walks up and she says, "It's your girl Kay, the baddest bitch. I'm the only girl that didn't get in a fight this season, and I'm out." And I'm just like, wait, what? Harpo, who this woman? Who the fuck is Kayana? They literally slid this girl in here like she's been a part of the entire season. Somebody help me out here. What am I missing? Was Kayana a part of an episode that I missed, or did it, or like? Maybe she was a part of the show and they edited her out completely and didn't use her because she was boring or something. She did say she didn't get in any fights, so maybe she was boring and they edited her out, but I don't even remember seeing her in the opening credits. I don't know, but look, it's been a doozy. The season finale of Young and Reckless was wild, and it's been so much fun recapping this season with you. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as me. Hopefully they release the reunion next week. When they release the reunion, if they don't release the reunion next week, whenever they do, someone hit me up, send me a message, and we will recap it and we'll talk about it. Thank you guys so much for being here. Don't forget to join the conversation and get in the comment section below. Leave me all your thoughts and opinions on everything that happened in the season finale, and I want to hear whose side you're on. Are you Team Ivory or are you Team Melanie Fox? Okay, Team Nug or Team Sav? Get in the comment section. I want to hear from you. Also, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up button right below this video. Subscribe to the channel and like this video. That helps me get into the YouTube algorithm. And last but not least, if you want to donate to the Damien After Dark movement and help us grow and sustain this channel, you could be ever so gracious and donate and help us out over here. This is my part-time job now. I spend a lot of time doing this. I put a lot of hours into it, so any amount is appreciated. Please be mindful that if you leave a super chat via YouTube, YouTube will take 50% of the money that you tip to us creators. Okay, that's why I make other options available for those that can't use super chat or don't want half their money taken. Anyway, I love you guys so much, and we'll see you next time on Damien After Dark. See ya.